The colonization, they're like, I don't really expect like an Asian person to have like a Latino last name or like a Spanish-based last name, but it's all that history, and that's why I kind of made it a point to also connect with like Spanish.
Wow. Whoa. You've done this before?
I have a couple of friends that are like, let's take pictures. Like we went to the Renaissance Fair maybe like a week ago.
Yeah.
A week or two ago.
Yeah. This guy just walked right past me as I was doing a photo session, and he's like, he's seen my work. Dude. Yeah. This guy. What's your name, sir?
George.
George?
Yeah. I've been messing around with photography myself then for a few years. So.
Okay.
Honestly, my primary passions are going to be not only just like exploring and getting a chance to have candid conversations with people, which is why this was perfect for me. I also have a background in the visual arts. I do some illustrations.
Hello everybody, this is Brian the Jamaican at your service, and I am with
Angie.
Angie, I just caught her walking down the belt line. She was on her phone, and I said, hey, would you like some free photos? She's like,
why not?
And so we just started talking, and here we are. Just gonna walk around with her. She says she has some time. She's supposed to be meeting up with some friends at 7 p.m. So, what time is it now?
Let me check.
Should be like after 5, right?
5:39.
5:39. Oh wow, so we got some time to spare. All right, cool. So let's see what happens, and stay tuned. All right, so we're walking back up the way she came from because we're trying to find a spot to take some pictures of this lovely young lady. She has a nice look. She's from California, by the way, and she is also Filipino.
Yes.
She does not speak Tagalog though.
I know, my parents literally did that to me.
Man.
Love them to pieces, but wish they could have taught me a little bit more.
You know, that's like I was just telling her, it's like the worst thing that you could have done to your child. Just like take away the tongue, the native tongue.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it identifies the person. But it's all good, at least you understand it, right?
I do,
Yeah.
and since the language is similar to Spanish, and I studied Spanish in school, I've been able to pick up on it in recent years and have really just kind of fallen in love with that part of my heritage, that part of self that was honestly a little bit unlocked, like locked up for a little bit. So I'm getting to a point where it's really good for me to just reconnect with my roots.
Yeah, that's cool. But you know, Spanish is not Tagalog. I'm just saying.
It's definitely not.
But you know, it's close enough. So yeah, hopefully you get some connection there.
Yeah.
With the Spanish. How old are you, by the way?
24.
24. Okay, young. Okay, cool.
I really want to go there.
You got a long way to go in life.
Yeah.
As a young lady.
Living large.
Living large. All right, we're gonna go down that way.
Okay.
Watch out for the bike. Cool. So let me ask what your last name is. It has to be a Tagalog last name, a Filipino last name. Well, it's Spanish, right?
Yeah, that's the funny part about it that throws people off.
Right.
My last name is Gomez.
Right, yeah.
And it's just like, it throws people off because the colonization, they're like, I don't really expect like an Asian person to have like a Latino last name or like a Spanish-based last name, but it's all that history.
Yeah.
And that's why I kind of made it a point to also connect with like Spanish, just because even though it's not a part of my direct history or lineage, it is somewhere along the line that shaped me to be the way that my family is and shaped me to be the way I am today.
I do know that there are the 3 main groups in the Philippines that has touched that island.
Yeah.
Are the Spaniards, the Chinese.
The Chinese, yeah.
And African slaves.
Yeah. Right? And there's also a lot of influence from like the US, like very like Western influence, and there's also some Japanese occupation as well.
Right,
so
that too.
Very mixing pop culture.
Gotcha. Okay, yes. Okay, cool. That's good to know. But I do know the main. Yeah. Cool. I mean, well, looking at you, I wouldn't have known that you were Filipino. I thought you would be like Mexican or you know, a Latin woman.
Yeah.
But it makes sense because there's a lot of mixture there anyway.
There's a lot of mixture with that. My dad's side has some like, it's kind of like a different mixture of like Latino or like even like Spanish blood.
Yeah.
And my mom's side has some Chinese blood within her as well.
Cool.
So just kind of as we mentioned, it's like at the end of the day very much like Filipino, but also like is a testament to those mixing pot cultures that are associated with being Filipino, essentially, like the indigenous as well as like the colonization. Like we can't let go of the history and what happened.
True. It's a good history lesson there. Yeah.
We're learning.
Some good information. We're learning. Cool. All right, so we're here. That's Fourth Ward Park. Because you know what's so funny? This is called Fourth Ward, and then when you walk down the Beltline to the other park, that's also called Fourth Ward, but there's no connection.
Yeah, I mean there's a skate park, and then this is the not skate park.
And they're both called Fourth Ward. I guess it's the location.
Yeah.
They should have just named it differently. I mean, that's what I would have done.
That's the interesting thing about like Atlanta, like neighborhoods and boroughs. They all just kind of blur together. Like this area is very much like Old Fourth Ward, but it's also Ponce Highland, but it's also very close to Virginia Highland.
Right.
There's a lot. Just you can walk through Atlanta for like 30 minutes and like hit probably like 7 different neighborhoods or boroughs.
True.
Or not quite boroughs. We were talking about New York prior.
Yeah, that's a whole nother beast.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. I'm sure.
Much bigger. But yeah, I had to get used to that. Okay, so let's take some pictures here. Hopefully, security. If there is any security around, I haven't seen any security since I've been here. So, I mean, at least in this area. Sure. Can you grab this?
Absolutely.
I don't drop this. Thank you very much. I'm gonna set you up right here.
Okay.
You ready, Angie?
Yes, I am.
All right. It's very convenient. It shoots in 4K.
Nice.
Yeah, so you can change the ISO. It's like a camera.
Yeah.
You can shoot in 4K, 24 frames per second if you're familiar with that terminology. So I do 4K 24. That gives it like a cinematic look.
Which is great.
Yeah. So when you're watching it on a smart television, oh man,
I'm sure it's
so clean.
Vibrant. Even with it being kind of muggy and like overcast today, I'm sure it's gonna look very vibrant.
Oh, because what I do is I put it through an editing program.
Yeah.
And what I do is I color grade a little bit, not too much. Oh, hold on. This is.
What program do you use for your editing?
I got it in movie mode. I use Filmora.
Okay.
Wondershare Filmora.
I haven't used Filmora before, but I have a couple of friends that are familiar with the Adobe Suite, so I'd have to look into Filmora.
Okay. So Adobe Suite may be a little bit more technical. I've never used it before, so I don't know how it would work. But because I use Wondershare Filmora, it reminds me of CapCut on the phone.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the same sort of operation. It's just Wondershare has way more features.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Wow. Whoa. You've done this before?
I have a couple of friends that are like, let's take pictures. Like we went to the Renaissance Fair maybe like a week ago.
Yeah.
A week or 2 ago.
Yeah.
And having to pose dressed in like a full corset and dress in 90-degree weather. Yeah, I've had my fair share of this posing moment, but not anything professional.
No, this is great. Let me show you. Well, it's just it's the wind.
Yeah, the wind it has a calming essence to it.
It's not even that. Whoa, it's not even. I think it's like the wind is not. It's not hot.
Right.
Where the wind is giving you a little breeze.
Totally.
So it's keeping the makeup on your face, I guess.
It's it's sticking.
Huh?
It's sticking.
It's sticking. Exactly. Let's see if this is gonna work. Perfect. All right. I'm in the shot. You can go on stairs.
Okay. How many steps up?
Like right here. Sit. Gracias. Yeah.
Should I be sitting up or should I be laying down?
Sit up first. Now, kind of like lean forward and do this. Yeah. Yeah. Go. Look away. Let's see that again. Look at the camera. Nice. Now lean back.
Okay.
Yep.
How long have you been doing photography for, Brian?
Determinant.
I know a couple words.
Notifications. Those
Oh, yeah.
lovely notifications.
It makes me feel loved. Even if, like,
Even they're not geared towards you.
oh yeah, even if it's not geared towards me, even if it's not substantial, it helps me feel loved. Just knowing that there's that flow of conversation and people laughing with each other.
Okay. Cool. That sounds so positive. Alright. Yeah, it's always good to be positive. But we're humans, so you know.
I'm sorry?
It's always good to be positive every now and again, but at the same time we're humans, so
Oh, right.
you know.
You're entitled to your whole range of emotions, all that good stuff.
Exactamundo. I'm trying to see if you're in the footage. Yeah. You're there. Alright. I like it already. Let me give you some pointers.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Okay, fine. Stay right there.
No.
No. Keep that one.
Keep that there. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Just a simple cross.
Cross like this?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah. And then
Because it looks like you're taking off, sort of, kind of,
Okay.
in a way. In my head.
and then keep facing forward like
Yeah.
this? Okay.
Relax your arms. Right. Cool. Now do this. Yeah. Okay. Now with yeah. Mm-hmm. Now stay there. What you're doing, but look at the camera with your eyes. That way. Right. Not all the way. Kind of like turn. There you go. Perfect.
Cool.
That one looks very powerful. See?
Sure. Once you're curious and you're able to help people out with their craft, or they're curious about their craft, you will meet the most wild and most amazing people.
I agree. I agree. Totally agree. Yeah, and this is the hot spot for it. That's why I'm always here, because
Yeah.
I think this is the only place that you can actually take photos without anybody saying it's private property.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go down here.
Okay.
It was raining earlier and I was like, dang, I can't take pictures.
Right.
But then it just cleared up and everything is normal again.
It's so extremely humid, but
Yeah, it's humid.
it's one of those things where I'm like, okay, well, like the breeze is picking up. It feels good.
Yeah, as long as that breeze is around.
Right. You know, I'm along the stretch of the Beltline all the time, but
Yeah.
I think this is probably only like the first or second time that I've been to this specific patch.
Oh yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, down here?
Yeah.
Okay.
But like I've been up over by Overline and like that area of the park.
Okay, gotcha. Let's see where we can go. Let's go around this way where those rocks are.
Sure.
Yeah, the reason why I agree as well, because I'm hardly here in this physical area because it's like down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It feels as if it's like tucked away, which is
Yeah.
nice, but
Yeah.
I think since it's tucked away, there aren't as many people that see it unless they live around here.
Right. Yep. If you live around here, you kind of know this place.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very peaceful. It's kind of odd because it's such a peaceful area and around it is kind of, you know, wild.
You're right by Ponce. It's very.
Yeah, you're right by
like,
Ponce.
North Ave gets really, really busy.
Yeah.
So.
It gets Atlanta busy, not like New York busy.
Oh yeah.
But Atlanta busy.
Totally. And it's like Atlanta busy is. How would I describe Atlanta busy? I feel as if it's mostly just, I don't know, people from all different places trying to drive their cars all at the same time.
Oh wow, that's a perfect way to describe it.
For New York busy,
my
I feel as
goodness.
if since it's a lot more foot traffic,
Yeah.
you'll have like a lot more, like similarly like people from all different walks of life, but since they're like so fixated on kind of walking everywhere, I feel as if you're able to stop a little bit longer and see a bit more of kind of like the history and culture of the area. There's a lot of that here. Like there's a lot of that here in Atlanta, absolutely, but I feel as if like I personally have been able to see it, but that's because as someone who walks a lot, I'm able to kind of stop and smell the roses, so to speak. And there are a lot of people that live around here that simply haven't been able to, and they're like, oh, Atlanta's Atlanta, Georgia's Georgia.
Yeah.
But there's just so much out there that they don't really realize.
True. I've been here for 6.5, 7 years, and I don't think I've been around most of Atlanta.
Okay.
But then, you know, as the years go by, new stuff starts popping up.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you have to rediscover areas like this area over here.
Yeah.
A year ago or two, this whole situation was not here.
Overline, like there was no overline. There was
none of that.
This building.
Yeah.
Some of the areas over in Krog, they like built buildings, I think within like a year and a half time frame.
Yeah.
And it's just incredible to me just knowing how much, you know, property developers put so much into that. But you know, still love the ultimate history and culture of the area.
Yeah.
Apart from all that.
True. All right, so this is location number 2.
Okay.
We got some rocks here.
Got some cool rocks.
We got some sitting areas. We got some stairs.
Okay.
Let's get creative.
Okay.
Okay.
That one looks very sittable.
Okay, sittable.
That one looks sittable. There's a Red Bull can over there, so maybe avoiding that one.
All right, so
I kind of like the use of this. I feel as if, like, with the striking contrast and textures, this could be kind of
oh
fun.
wow, sounds deep. Okay.
It sounds deep. Sounds deep.
We'll work with it. We'll work with it.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. Location 2. Here we go. Are you good there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Surprisingly, it's kind of comfortable.
Is it? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The weights. Yeah.
Okay, let me take off my glasses. My bad. My fault.
No, you're good. I think. Well, okay.
We could keep some on. We can have some
On and
take
off.
some off.
Cool.
Doesn't really matter to me.
Okay. We can take it off first,
Okay.
and then let's see some with it on.
Okay.
Let's see how that works. These actually came out good.
Nice.
Yeah. That came out really good. Okay, so can you straddle that? Like one leg over, the other leg over. Straddle like a horse.
Kind of like that.
Boom. Yeah. Can you look at the camera and smile when you smile? Yeah. Exactly. Now, take your hat off.
Okay. My hair is really sweaty.
To me, it don't look. Oh,
That works. I'm literally fine.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Cool. Yeah, it looks amazing, dude. Yeah, man. Looking good. Ready? Brighten you up a little bit. Do the stroking of the hair again. Wow. You look great.
Thank you.
Look really good.
I actually have been thinking about doing modeling literally just for fun. So this kind of was like, this was a really great gateway to get into it. Like really not getting any, like just simply for fun and for the creative process. This
For
has been
fun.
really fun.
That's what I like. I'm a free, like, you know, coming from where I'm from,
Yeah.
it's a lot of expressive people there.
Yeah.
So I grew up in that. So coming down here, I needed to find that,
Absolutely.
like desperately.
Yeah.
So now that I'm here and I'm meeting all these cool people,
Yeah.
and I'm doing something that's creative, and I'm meeting you,
Yeah.
perfect. It's the perfect storm.
Awesome.
What do you think?
I've been having a great time. These have looked really, really cool.
Working on it. All right, this is same location, different situation. All right. Dude, you have an amazing shape. People tell you that?
Hmm?
You have an amazing shape. Do people tell you that?
Not really, but thank you.
They should tell you that more. I mean, at least you take care of yourself. So.
I'm walking around all the time.
Yeah, that's what it does. Damn. Hold on. No, you're good. It's just me.
Okay.
So I'm just taking torso up.
Okay.
can you turn that way?
Okay.
Yeah, like a side profile. There you go. Perfect. Now look over there. These are nice.
Cool.
Can you crouch down?
Like this?
Yes. Follow me. Great. Sit down, cross your legs like a child.
Okay. Like crisscross applesauce?
What do you call that again? You're just folding your legs, right?
Yeah, like crisscross applesauce. This is how I
Did you say crisscross applesauce? I like that.
That's how I learned it as a kid.
Okay. I like that. Yep. These are good. I like these. Look. Oh wait. Yeah. Stay there.
Okay.
Too close. Too damn close. Alright. There you go. See how you relaxed you just became? And look over there and just relax. There you go. Perfection. All right. Yeah.
Perfect.
Perfection. Yeah, she's a natural. You should do this more often.
I'd be down to. I'm trying to like build a portfolio for myself as well as for my photography friends. So
Awesome.
kind of get into it a bit more.
Cool. Yeah, we'll exchange information and stuff. So
Okay.
yeah.
Cool.
Great. Let me show you the pics.
Awesome.
Check those out.
Oh, that's cool.
Right?
Wow.
The upward angle I like, but these are cool as well.
Oh, I do like those.
Hmm?
Yeah, I like those.
This guy just walked right past me as I was doing a photo session, and he's like, he's seen my work. Dude.
Yeah.
This guy. What's your name, sir?
George.
George?
Yeah. I've been messing around with photography myself, being for a few years. So,
Okay.
So yeah, I watch a lot of stuff. So
Awesome. Thank you for your support, sir.
yeah,
I appreciate it.
came down from New York, right?
Yeah, from New York City.
Yeah, I watch all your channel, all
Wow.
your stories. Well, most of your videos.
Man, I appreciate this.
But yeah.
Thank you for the support, and you should get into, you know, should start doing the photography thing. You know what I mean?
But welcome, man. Welcome here, and I hope everything works out. But yeah, if I get more time, I want to upgrade my camera, and hope everything works out. So,
Cool. It should.
But it's good seeing you.
Likewise,
I was
sir.
coming down there and I said, yeah, that's him. I don't run into people I see on YouTube often, but
Wow.
a couple times it's happened.
Well, I'm just a local here. I ain't nobody. I'm starting off, so I really appreciate the support.
It starts. I've watched a lot of people go from nowhere to
Somewhere, yeah.
to thousands of subscribers. Like I'm commenting on them and they're commenting back. And a lot of those same people now have so many comments they don't even see me anymore. So
Wow.
I've watched them blow up. So hopefully you blow up too.
Amazing. Thank you, sir.
All right.
Take care.
That's so sweet. I'm really glad that.
What?
Is that the person that's happened to you?
Yeah.
That's wonderful. I'm glad we got a chance to like catch that in real time.
Dude. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. But anyway. Moving on. That was amazing. So, this is a fellow Christian, and she is going to talk about her passions and what she likes, her don't likes, etc. So, it's all yours.
Yeah, absolutely. So, honestly, my primary passions are going to be not only just like exploring and getting a chance to have candid conversations with people, which is why this was perfect for me. I also have a background in the visual arts. I do some illustrations, partially, like primarily for fun, but some of them also have been featured in different like just various like exhibitions, whether that be in Atlanta or just in general through different pockets of like California and stuff like that, growing up. I also have a really big passion for style, vintage clothing, and just being able to curate. One of my favorite things to do is like thrift and go into like vintage consignment shops just to be able to learn the history of everything. I like to be as intentional as possible, so everything I do, whether it be art, you know, communication, even just like really just what I wear and the people that I surround myself with, I try to be as intentional as possible. So that's kind of the main thing that I'm kind of riding with. Yeah, I just love being able to create and see the beauty in everything. Like, if someone looks at these rocks, they're like, oh, they're just a bunch of random rocks. But we've been able to create something really cool from all of them. And you know, this might be someone's reflective space as they look at the geese in the pond, or this could be somewhere where they write their next best thing. And I just like being able to like look at something and not being like, oh, that's like just, I don't want to be dismissive of anything. So that's probably one of the places that I derive joy from. Joy in the small things.
The small things, yeah. Small things are what really matter.
Yeah.
So, question as a fellow Christian.
Sure.
When was the first time you felt that vertical love, that power, the Holy Spirit, the Holy Ghost,
Yeah.
if you will?
I'm trying to think of like a concrete moment. I was raised in the church, and I think being raised in the church as a young child versus, you know, kind of having that, you know, I guess like the aha moment when you're a bit older is kind of different. Like I know of so many people that have kind of, you know, experienced God's love in very different facets of their lives. Let me think. I would say, I mean, the most primary moments are like, we're probably like in elementary school. My family would kind of be like in and out of the hospital, and so just being able to be in a place that was honestly hard to be in as a child, but feel just kind of the love of that community that I kind of addressed earlier. I definitely, like, God was within all of that, and so it just, he worked, at least from my experience, it felt as if he worked through and continues to work through earthly means, like one of those experiences in which he's everywhere within us. And he makes experiences better. So I would say it's probably in like third grade would be when I first kind of like was conscious enough to be like, this isn't something passive, it's something a little bit more active.
Okay, so you were cognizant of the reality of it, but as far as feeling, like, what did you feel like that experience? Because, you know, most people, when they receive Christ, it's like a unexplainable feeling that they get. Sometimes they start crying uncontrollably, you know, and stuff like that. So when was that experience?
That experience was probably more like, I would say probably like early to middle of high school. I can think of a couple smaller moments, but so starting in like early to middle like of high school, I think I felt it primarily when I moved out here for college, which was about like 6 years ago, which is what led me to move to Atlanta.
Gotcha.
I was so uncertain as to what the future would hold for me, being a little girl from California that had never been out of the state before. Or I think I'd been out of the state twice, but in terms of moving out of the state long term, I felt as if there was just a lot of anxiety, a lot of what could be, what couldn't be. And I just remember thinking so much about it to the point where my head was almost vibrating, and then ultimately this like striking calmness, this peace and this warmth in my heart that spread throughout my limbs. Yeah, I believe that was him.
Yeah, because, you know, the Holy Spirit does it works with the person. So if you are a what's the word? If you're active or like not hyper, what's the word? You know what I mean? Like if you have a bubbly personality, then this Holy Spirit works with that personality. But if you're a stoic individual, some people who are stoic, they'll just sit down in their seat and just start crying, put their heads down and just start crying. And that's God moving through them, or the Holy Spirit.
It's not a cookie cutter way. It never is.
Never is. When I was a kid, it was more like, because I grew up in a legalistic type of church. Okay. So Jamaican, you know, upbringing, and a lot of the older seasonal Christians would run around a lot and shake and stuff like that. And that would startle me. I mean, but I'd get used to it after a while. But every time it happens, it's just like, what's happening?
It takes a second. I'm sure. I actually have never been inside a legalistic kind of like church environment before. But, you know, like, it's that, as you mentioned, it's a very different experience.
It is my foundation. I mean, aside from all of that, the teachings, the biblical foundation, you know, that's where I got my biblical foundation from, and I'm appreciative of it. But the other stuff, you know, it's like you find things that you're like, I appreciate that, as you mentioned, with it being your base foundation. You're like, even if that wasn't for me, I'm grateful for the stepping stones that it led me towards. That is right. You got it. Hit the nail on the head. Yeah, I like this. She's smart.
Thank you. I try to be sometimes. I can be sometimes.
So this is a great conversation. My battery is turning yellow now. I don't know, is there anything else you want to say? Any parting words before we end this?
I'm grateful for the opportunity. I mean, as I was telling Brian earlier, I was literally just walking around, you know, with my day off and just trying to connect with the community. And this was one of the ways that I've been able to, prior to being able to meet up with my people. It's that one of those ways that everybody's interconnected, and, you know, I'm just enjoying my time here. So thank you for the experience.
Awesome, Angie. Oh, and that random guy that came down the stairs and was like, I see you on television. At first I was like, do I know you? But he's like, YouTube. I said, are you serious? YouTube? Whoa. So I'm super grateful and humble at the same time, like, that's dope that people are actually watching me in this area.
Yeah.
But then of course, I always put location Atlanta, so whoever watches anything pertaining to Atlanta, they'll see it here. But anyway, this is a great interaction. I hope we can do this again.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun.
Absolutely. And my phone is going off, I'm not sure why. Anyway, if I don't see you in person, I shall see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.